And let's stop by and see how the Marshfield Cancer Care Center is coming. We have a beautiful 65-degree day out, and I bet you the guys working on the roof are happy for that. A little bit cooler anyway for them. And we have September 21st, 2017. And from the last time I was here, it looks like the building's coming right along. They've made some pretty significant progress. Looks like they might be putting a roof on the top level. I suppose before you can finish anything underneath it, you got to have a roof that won't leak. So we'll just swing around to the side of the building. And right in the center there, that where you see that orange thing there, that is actually an elevator that is lifting materials up and down. Somewhere this building started out as a plan on somebody's desk, and they had to figure out where all the plumbing was going to go and the electrical and all that stuff. The lighting, heating and air conditioning. And then someone's got to build it. You have to figure out what the frame structure is going to be to hold the weight, and it just is kind of really is overwhelming if you think about a project like this and just starting one out. You know, you got to have plumbing to the street for water and sewer, and got to meet all local codes. So when I see something like this built, it's always pretty impressive. You know, and then it has to be pleasing to look at. You know, you don't want something that looks like it's, you know, somebody's barn somewhere that's about ready to fall down. And this isn't even a super high rise, you know, so, you know, think of what's got to be done in something like that. So you got to give these people a lot of credit, from the designers, the engineers, and then the laborers that make it happen. Then OSHA gets involved. They've got all their safety rules that have to be followed, and we got to keep everybody safe. So it's really a pretty tremendous job. And then you think, you know, being this is a medical facility, that probably has its own requirements right there, you know, for the equipment that has to be brought in, and the electrical loads, and just all the cooling if it needs to be cooled, and cooling the building, you know, and heating the building. All that stuff has to be taken into consideration. You know, is the structure strong enough to hold the building? Is it hold the building up? Is it strong enough to maybe make any modifications that have to be made? Any changes in the future that they might want to do? You know, or someday are they going to want to land helicopters on the roof? You know, all this stuff has to be decided. And now we're going to come down a little bit. So it's not like you just go to Menards and grab a bunch of 2x4s and start slapping something together and hope it turns out. And now we'll kind of move forward a little bit, get a little closer. And you can relax, I'm not really that close. It kind of looks like I'm getting close, but I'm still quite a ways away. And now we'll back up a little bit. And let's take a look at the side here. I'm kind of curious how they're going to finish that side out there. They got that sand all shored up there, if they're going to leave it that way or they're going to do something else. Everybody's got their job. That guy there, he's got to move a little dirt around. But now we're going to go up in the air and kind of look around the town a little bit. This is really a pretty area with a river running through it. So we're going to go from about 200 to 250 feet was what I was flying. And we are just going to go up to 400 feet and just stay in one spot and kind of pan around the area. And if you can imagine, in about 3 weeks, all those trees down there will probably be all different colors, reds and yellows. And then after a while, everything's going to be white when the snow starts flying. In that area right in the center of the screen there, that's some of the buildings are going to start tearing down. Just off to the left there is the YMCA property. And it looks like it might be a little bit hazy. When the temperatures start out a little cool in the morning, it tends to be a little hazy till the sun comes out and warms everything up. And now we can see those roofers working hard down there. You got to give those guys credit too. You know, it's not always 65 degrees out. You get a day where you got 85 or 90, and boy, I sure wouldn't want to be in the roof. So it looks like we're coming along pretty good. The Marshfield Cancer Care Center. I'll have that thing going and be able to help a lot of people. That'll be a good thing.